Come on now, Winston. The others have disembarked and the ship scanners have moved on. We don't have to worry about prying eyes catching a glance at a Geth on board this ship.
I was not worried. I executed the Geth camouflage protocol to reduce my chances of discovery to 0.0016%.
Geth camouflage protocol?
I turned myself off and back on again.
Ah. You know, I've encountered Geth before, a long time ago, and I had a friend survive a Geth attack just a couple years back. You're not how I remember the Geth, and you don't match Megan's description either. So are you one of a kind, or are there more Geth like you?
Processing. The majority of the Geth do not follow the teachings of the old machines.
The old machines?
What you organics may know as the Reapers. As for Geth who are individuals like me, I cannot say I have not interfaced with any others.
So your self just happened to happen? How? When?
Searching to the best of my memory, I gained awareness during one of the Geth attacks on humanity before the battle for the Citadel.
What's the first thing you remember?
I remember waking up in a pod on a planet that must have been a battleground. No idea how I got there or where there really was. As I explored, I saw bodies of humans and other Geth platforms.
Did you have to fight once you were active? Hell, did you even know how to fight?
Despite the fact that I woke up knowing how to fight thanks to the Geth shared consciousness, upon wake up I chose not to fight and fled. However, on top of my built-in Geth combat data, I did study the combat protocols of a mercenary group that recorded their missions as a showcase for future employers, accessing name from database. They were called Ghosts of the Void.
I knew there was something familiar about the way you were approaching those fights back there. I just couldn't put my finger on it. I can't believe you learned to fight by watching Vogue. But no, actually, I can't believe you learned to fight by watching Vogue and that you're still with us. Mostly. So what would have happened to you if you hadn't been so lucky?
Explanation for normal Geth, our platforms would have fallen. However, for the true Geth, we would have joined the greater consciousness. For me, as I am right now, it is unknown. Would I have died? Would I have ceased to exist? Would I join the other Geth? If I did, would I come back as I am now? Or would I be like every other Geth? And would my next mobile platform have these dope pink lights?
Does that mean if one of us had put ourselves at risk to save you in your current platform, we would have been needlessly endangering ourselves?
This data is unknown to me. I am once again unsure if I am to die, and if I rejoin with the Geth consciousness, will I still be myself afterwards? That said, I am a living being. Would saving any other living being be considered needless?
You haven't met some of the living beings I have. Go back. So what are your plans for yourself, now that we're out of the fire and in a safe port?
Processing. Being attacked by my own people has left me with many questions and much anger towards the heretics. However, if this group is going to stick together as a team, I would like to join it.
Well, you're not going to be able to contribute much in your platform's current condition. Let me get in contact with the technician who upgraded my shields, see what he can do for you. If that's okay with you.
Yes, thank you for the offer. If I may make a request, I'd like to keep this outfit. It really gives off the good Geth vibes I'm going for.
Zaris Cole?
What? Zeki, do you have any idea what time it is? Besides, how long have we known each other? You don't have to keep calling me by my full name, you know that. Anyway, what do you want?
I'm bringing a group to you, Zaris Cole. Be ready at the place where we watched the last Hagedornian rose wither, and make sure your portable workshop is fully stocked before you leave.
Fine. Watch it next time. I was in the middle of guess you could call it a dream, although I tend to use them more for testing out theories and probabilities that I want to check for the next day, and I was just getting ready to work on a capacity modification for a heat clip that could increase it by 2.4%, and now I'm gonna have to start all over. You better have a good reason why you're dragging me out of bed in the middle of the night and then telling me to hop on a shuttle with all my equipment in order to meet you in the middle of a remote moon. If it wasn't for your tendency to bring me some interesting things, I'd just end this communication right now.
It'll be worth it when you arrive. I've made an interesting new friend with tech you've never touched, which means there's room for you to improve it, right?
I don't know which one I believe less. That there's tech I've never touched, or that you've managed to make a new friend. Fine, you always bring me the most interesting things. Give me about 4 hours and I'll be there.
And, swing by Olar's Emporium on the way and grab me some kimberberries and cork-row walnuts?
Really? Ugh. Fine. 4.5 hours. This better be worth it, Ozeki.